Welcome back to Let's Laugh About It. Say, is this thing on?
Is this thing on? Jackie, are we coming in loud and clear?
Jackie, we miss you, bro.
I know. I did think Jackie was going to be here. You promised me. You're like, Jackie's going to be here. That was the only reason I came.
No? Wait, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Jackie might have. We didn't know. But I didn't promise.
Yep.
I didn't promise shit.
I was like, I'm only going if Jackie's going to be there.
So, life updates.
I feel like this is going to mess up. This will
What?
be the second time we record for the pod where you screw up my audio. Because you're only holding the mic towards yourself. And
Okay,
it's
no.
slowly
It's like-
moving closer to yourself.
No. This is good. Okay, so reason why we didn't have an episode last week was because Hyrum messed up his audio.
Oh.
No, we actually had a really productive recording talking about our speech that we did together.
Yeah, we did what I've been wanting to do is like record a working session
Yep.
to use for content, and it was a great session. We did it over Google Meet, and you used, was it Streamlab that you used to record it?
Streamlabs, plural with an S.
My bad.
Bro,
Streamlabs.
Can you help? Because this is heavy. We could switch up.
Is that better?
Can you hold it?
Okay.
Cool.
So
I feel so much more
anyways.
free now.
Back to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, so we were saying that we were recording the Google Meet, and it didn't record my audio.
Yeah.
And we went. There was like an hour and 15-minute recording. It was great. We dropped some knowledge, and it's gone now.
It's gone.
You can only hear you, and most of the good insights were coming from me.
Yeah. And then I realized, throwback to, I feel like when I talk about gaming, it's like someone who can't stop talking about who's like stuck in college or stuck in high school. That's like me with my gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I have nothing better to talk about besides when I gamed full time.
But unlike them, you could actually go back to it.
Well, or I just...
Or you've moved on and that part of your life is done.
That part of I could... That's so true. I could go back to it if I wanted to.
A little bit, at least. I mean, not full-time streaming, but...
You don't think anyone could go back to high school if they wanted to?
You know, there was a recent news story of a mom who went back to high school and pretended to be her daughter. Or it might have been middle school. It was either high school or middle school.
Huh.
She got caught.
Oh,
and punished.
Punished. Well, I realized that the reason why your audio got cut out was because I had these like funky settings on Streamlabs so that I could upload my streams to YouTube without uploading the copyright music that I was using while I was live streaming. And so I have these like weird settings with audio capture and using whatever. So I kind of forgot about that. Like,
was that sign language?
Yeah. You know. So anyways, Hyrum and I are in San Diego. It took me a second. Where are we?
It took me a second too.
We're in San Diego right now. We were recording virtually, but so this is better. We could record in person now. We could do like a quick talk about like what the speech was about, and then we're gonna go into some more spicy things. Wouldn't you say?
It's spicy for you, not spicy for me.
It's spicy for the world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
For the professional world, it's pretty spicy.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday or the day before? No, day before, Thursday. We were at D2CX San Diego.
I believe the correct name is D2CX Talks San Diego.
You're right. But how would I know? Because you invited me.
Mm-hmm.
This is your...
Yeah, but you go to the D2CX stuff. So.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I was supposed to. I got invited by Gorgeous to speak at this event, and I wanted to bring a brand on to talk with me, And Hyrum is just the most
Brandy of brands.
He's the most brandy of brands. No, but my topic that I wanted to talk about was cross-functional communication in business.
Yep.
Which Hyrum said was boring.
Your talk or the topic?
Both.
I just figured, who wants to really hear us talk again about...
Oh, you mean for the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they haven't heard it.
That's true.
All right, comment down below if you want to hear we could re-record it, because the brainstorming session was fun.
It was good.
It's a good topic, right? Or no?
Yeah, I just don't think we could recreate it.
Yeah. So I think Hyrum's cross-functional communication out, because we brainstormed it, we practiced it twice, and then we presented it, and you're like done. You're like, I can't do it for the first time. I get it. Yeah. But it was basically about how to improve your communication across the brand, and I think it's a really great topic. So comment down below if you want us to recreate the speech. Maybe in a couple weeks, Hyrum will be like, I miss talking about cross-functional communication.
No, I won't be, but maybe I just will be ready again. I mean, you saw it in the midst of it all. There was a little fire drill at work, and I'm having to talk to senior leadership and legal, and just dealing with.
Yeah. So, in a more spicy conversation, we wanted to talk about how LinkedIn has become a dating app.
That's right. I've sent you a couple of things on TikTok now, and maybe Instagram, about this becoming a bigger and bigger trend. I don't know if it's actually a big trend now or whatnot, but people using LinkedIn to slide into other people's DMs and try and get a date.
It's like legit agencies out there to matchmake people.
Yeah,
on
matchmaking
LinkedIn.
agency. That was the last one I sent you. The agency had reached out to this guy and was like, "You seem like you'd be a perfect fit for, this
client."
Yeah, my client. Like, they're looking for a professional individual. And so I sent that to you. Then I asked you. I was like, who's in your DMs on LinkedIn? Are you getting this? I'm not getting it. No one's reaching out to me. Everyone that's reaching out to me is just trying to sell me stuff.
No, I don't get surprisingly, because like I was joking around. I was like, dang, I gotta show a little more cleavage on LinkedIn, I guess, right?
You do you. I guess you do you. I guess I prefer to continue to get reached out to be sold garbage that I don't need.
No, yeah, I don't get hit on in my LinkedIn DMs, but we were going through some of my LinkedIn DMs of just like, yeah, you just get sold and sold and sold and sold.
There was that one.
The poem?
No, the truck driver. The guy was like, yo, hey, what's up?
No, he was just like, hey, how are you doing? Like, and there was no profile picture. It just like, it had like, you could tell he didn't actually use LinkedIn for like connecting. Yeah. Or well,
not that kind of connection.
Like professionally connecting. But nothing like crazy. So in the future, if I get hit on in my LinkedIn DMs, you'll hear about it. I'll read them aloud.
Yeah.
But
this isn't an invitation, is it?
This is not. No. This is not a cry for help, no. But
I'll take some.
I was thinking that if someone was single and they wanted to do that same type of, this like literally just popped in my head. If they didn't want to do that type of, because I assume people are doing it on LinkedIn because you can like basically like you can guess how much people make, you can guess like their lifestyle, you can like, it's like,
because so much of that I imagine is hidden when you're in the normative dating scene, right? It's really not easy for that to come forward. There's like the professional aspect of your life that is like more or less occluded for a period of time while you first start dating someone until like until you actually get to know them, and then unfortunately probably at that point you're already very invested, and then you learn that like they've been fired from like 6 or 7 different places because they've been hostile at work. You're like, oh God, who are
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
No, the more that I've thought about it, like that's that would actually be important to me,
Mhm.
is understanding, what like professionally what that person is like.
Mhm.
Um, I don't really care what companies they've been at, but it would be interesting to know what they've done,
Mhm.
and how motivated they are, how focused on their career. I think also you could understand, are they too focused on their career? Are they not focused enough?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of potentially valuable things you could gain from that. Now that I think about it,
You're gonna be
may
hitting up the LinkedIn. Watch out, girls or guys.
we'll be posting a role.
Yeah. That's gonna be the next thing.
Yeah.
Like posting. Well, there's those jokes on TikTok where it's like, I love these when you like see like people's friends helping them out, and they're like they have a large TikTok
Oh,
following, and they're
yeah.
like, open application, my best friend, like, and they like hype them up, like this is about him, like he makes good money, and he's like loves long walks on the beach, he has a dog, he's really really kind, like I actually don't understand how he's single, and then the comments get flooded with like I'm interested, like that type, but it just turned into a job description and posted on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Oof, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
And then that's like the joke though. It's like I'm taking applications for my next boyfriend.
Yeah. Well, I saw another post earlier today actually, where this guy posted about his wedding proposal. He proposed to his girlfriend. I guess that's not a wedding proposal. I don't know. Proposed to his girlfriend.
Like a regular proposal.
Yeah, regular proposal. And was like excited about it. That's kind of normal. I mean, a little weird for LinkedIn to share that, but then he tied it into like how he learned so much from this experience and how it relates to sales. And then talking about like meeting someone halfway, and understanding the other person's needs and closing the deal.
No.
Yeah.
Wait, so how do you feel about that?
Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Although, I could just see myself, post about a new relationship and be like, this is marketing. I sold myself so well. I just knew my segmentation. I had my targeting down.
No.
I really was creative led targeting. Like, this is all me.
You
I
could see
pulled
yourself
that in.
doing that?
No, fuck.
Oh.
No, jeez.
It's like,
God,
whoa.
that's embarrassing.
No.
way.
I
gross.
can understand how like the psychology, well, it just like it feels gross because it's like you should just be yourself, you
Yeah.
shouldn't use like tactics and stuff. I could tell a story.
Let's hear it.
There was this one guy that I was dating for a little bit, and I figured out he was like legit doing that to me. Like he
Say more.
This is turning into a therapy session. So I found out that like his tactic was to like figure out what the like girls liked, and he like slipped one day and he was like, oh, I would like lie to girls about the politics. Yeah,
Oh.
I'd lie to them about politics so I could sleep with them.
Oh,
So like,
oh my God.
yeah.
How does,
And
like,
I was like,
how,
oh my gosh, this guy's like a fraud.
how does something like that slip?
I don't know. I think he thought I was gonna think it was funny, and I was like, "That's disgusting." So you like lie to people so that you pretend to be a different person. It's like legit a sales tactic, so that you can sleep with them. Disgusting, right?
Oh God.
Right?
Yeah. No. That is awful.
Right. That's disgusting, right?
That is disgusting.
Thank you.
That is just. Oh, jeez. That's awful.
And it made me feel so gross because I was like, oh, what has this guy like lied to me about just to like go on the next date,
Yeah.
and like change himself to just get and I'm like, like it's rough out there, bro.
That's sad. Sad for him.
Sad for him. Yeah. But we were chatting about, this topic, not that topic, but the LinkedIn thing. And we were talking about how I don't know if you actually wanted to talk about this or if you were joking. At the networking events.
Oh yeah. No. I'm totally game because uh, it's a weird space that it's a weird space to be in. Okay, so what I brought up was that we've been to a bunch of the same events. You and I
Mm-hmm.
are in like in the same space, and we end up just at a lot of the same things. And as I've gotten to know you better, like uh, our network and like circles kind of cross more and more paths. And like one of the last couple ones that we were at, um, people saw you and I talking and like congregating. Then I, was kind of making rounds and talking to other people. And I had a couple of guys mention you, bring you up, knowing that I knew you, and then talking about like your body and like how hot you are and like all these things where I'm like, whoa, like one, this is a professional setting. Two, like you brought this up because you saw me talking to her.
Yeah.
So like if you think you're gonna earn like points here, or like this is like, oh bro, yeah, God, her, like you're gonna egg me on to talk about her body like that. It's just gross. It is gross.
Especially coming from an ex-Mormon.
Me or the guy? I was the professional one.
Yeah.
And like one of the guys was even married, and it was just like, dude. And I told you about it afterwards because I felt really bad that I didn't say something. I felt awkward because I was like, well, I don't know. I don't want to make it weird for Zoe. I don't know if that would be overstepping bounds. And like the business space is weird like that. Like fully own the fact that I froze in that moment, and I like am upset that I didn't call it out and address it. And yeah, it felt
I'm trying to think
bad.
about exactly. I know exactly because we talked about this actually afterwards, and this is actually a good topic for, especially for women, because I think it's good to practice just like standing up for yourself, and I think it's hard, especially like as a woman, to like first of all, I don't know, I feel very confident in the space as far as like going to events and showing up and speaking, and like I don't notice if I'm in a room full of men, or like sometimes I'm naive and I'm like I don't know if someone's being like nice because of it's like a professional setting, or if someone's trying to hit on me or like
Yeah.
whatever. So hearing it from like Hyrum's perspective, I'm like, wow, some of these people are freaking gross, because like I don't know if what people's intentions are.
Yeah.
And that I can't exactly remember what happened, but you and I were both talking like I wish I had stuck up for myself even better, because he had said something to me, and I think it was the married like the guy who was married too, and like he he said something, and I was like, oh my god, I wish I like had the balls to say like, oh, like how would your wife feel about that? And like, oh, I don't know. I wish, and we were talking about that afterwards, saying like, it's good to like practice those things and like talk about like what you would say, like if
Yeah.
that you don't want that to happen again, but like just stick up for yourself, and it doesn't even matter if it's a professional setting, because like that especially shouldn't be happening in a professional setting.
No, because like there are legitimate things to talk about, legitimate things to compliment someone on. You don't need to go to that space that is incredibly inappropriate and unnecessary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that Alex also. I think what goes around comes around, and people will like they'll know like people's true colors eventually.
Yeah.
But it reminds me of that we talked about on the podcast, that guy who
Oh, this is good.
the guy who texted, or he messaged me on Twitter. We can like flash back to a clip of us talking about it last time, saying "fuck you." What is a woman doing owning a business? And then I look at his profile, and he has like mutual connections on X, Twitter, whatever, and like he is grows brands TikToks and brings in over $200,000 in revenue from TikTok. Like, that's what his profile's about, and that's like what he's using his. And then he's messaging me saying, like, literally, I don't know this guy. I just looked in my DMs and it says, "Fuck you. What are you doing being a woman owning a business?" Like, but yesterday I was telling Hyrum this guy, shout out Vasa from Perfy. We love Perfy. He tagged me and he was like, "This is the guy." And I read the thread. We'll put a screenshot of it. It's the same guy stealing someone else's work. The person who owned this work was like, "Damn, bro didn't even change my like logos or like anything." And he put a screenshot of it and I'm like, "Oh my God, this guy is like a legit scumbag." Like, not only woman hater, but just like stealing everyone's work, posting it on Twitter, trying to get like does that work?
No, that's a perfect example of a bottom feeder, and what a joke. Your life is a joke, and if you need to put someone down to feel better about yourself, like that, this is, and if you're hearing this, like this is the time to have some self-reflection and recognize what you're bringing to the world, and that it has no value, and you need to change. Like if you have to put someone else down to feel good, there's a serious problem with you.
So bad. Yeah. So, okay, we talked a lot of negative things. I want to flip it around and talk about like intentions of like what you should be doing, or what I guess we can't tell people what they should be doing, but like, you know.
Well, I like perfect example, if we just look at that example, just look at the other side of it, like you're saying with Vasa, him reaching out and sharing that with you, and then when that did initially happen, how kind people in your network were and continue to be, and how how much support that you saw, and like that's like being kind to other people and uplifting other people is such a beautiful thing. That was something that you and I were talking about yesterday. We were talking about different brands and products and starting businesses and like goals behind doing that, and helping people was one of those ones that you and I talked a lot about as being very important to each of us.
Yeah, it's really important. And I think in business, it's easy for founders to like get away from that, of like the reason for starting things, and like focus on other things. But yeah, same thing with like the networking events and stuff. It's like, I don't even care if someone's like, "Oh, I hope that I meet someone." Like, this is kind of like with the LinkedIn we're talking about. Like, oh, like, I hope, like, if I was to meet someone new, I could see myself meeting them at like a networking event because it's like-minded people and whatever. I think that's like totally fine. But if you're like, some people I could like legit see like they're there for that, now that hearing this stuff, they're like there for that almost. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, this isn't speed dating. This is a business professional event. Yeah, so I just think that what goes around comes around, and like, yeah, if you're single and you're going to the events, like maybe you do meet someone, but like, I don't think you should be going and like, oh, I don't know.
Especially don't make it your priority.
Don't make it your priority, and be careful what you say to people you don't really know, because
I'm a narc on you.
This guy.
No,
he's a little detective spy out there.
This time I'm more prepared, and I will clap back.
Yeah.
And yeah, for this dude, you know who you are.
You know who you are. I can't remember your name.
Some brands on Amazon. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Some Amazon dude. Yeah.
Awkward pause.
Well, I'm also this room that we're in, I'm supposed to check out in like 2 hours ago. I went to go like extend the checkout, and it was like, "When are you checking out?" And the options were now or already left. And that was like 30 minutes ago before we started the podcast, and I'm like, when are they gonna be knocking on the door, kicking me out?
That's the perfect way to end the podcast.
Yeah. We've only, couple I wanted to talk about. There's lots of things coming up. After this podcast launches. Let's see. Actually, wait. Hold on. Let me think through this. Okay, I've thought through it. On Tuesday, I'm actually heading to New York tonight. When we're recording this. No. Okay, I'm also confused because we switched the podcast date too. Okay, so we're launching podcast live on Tuesdays now instead of Thursdays.
Okay.
Okay. Yay! And so this will go live, and then the night that this goes live. So if you listen to this on Tuesday when you're like up to date, tonight I'm doing a CX Discord meetup with Eli, which is super exciting because Eli and I started this customer experience Discord as a place for people to collaborate and make friends in the space and learn and go to events, all these things. We started it about a year and a half ago or longer now. I need to put the date in my calendar.
Sorry.
It's okay. And it's our first time, our first official meetup, and we're doing it in New York. So if you are listening to this and you happen to be in New York in the customer experience space, you can reach out to us for a link to the Discord, but only CX Discord friends are invited. So
I'm in the Discord. Why didn't I get an invite?
I legitimately invited you. Before we started recording, was trying to convince you to change your flight to go to New York.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you want to go?
I do want to go, but I have so much work.
I added Hyrum to the CX Discord. I was like so pumped at Hyrum and his friends when we like ran into him. Oh, I was so pumped.
That was kind.
It wasn't that nice of me. Yeah.
It was.
That's like.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Too close. Getting over just a little bit of a cold.
Yeah. I feel like everyone's sick right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so tonight, if you're listening to this live, there's a customer experience.
Water. This is gonna hurt. Sorry.
What's gonna hurt?
If I try to just.
Oh. So yeah, Discord meetup. Next time I record, and like it's gonna be so fun because Sierra's going, Jackie's going, Cassie's going. I haven't done it yet, but I might ask Adam, the VP of marketing from Ghost that we used to all work with, to be on a podcast. So we'll be batching the podcast content out so that we don't miss an episode again. I can't believe we missed 2 episodes, but you know what? Life happens. Oh, have you seen all of the inevitable posts lately? Anything?
I have. They've been really good.
So good, right?
Inevitable girls are doing a great job.
They're doing so good. I was inspired. We've never done, I think I've talked about this, we've never done cold outreach or even just like any like
lukewarm outreach.
Yeah, or
you ain't been sliding into LinkedIn DMs?
No. Well, all of our clients have been through referrals or just like inbound to me. And one day I woke up and I was like,
outbound marketing. What is that? Maybe I should do it.
Yeah. Or I think I saw an ad for another agency, for like, I think it was just like a regular like marketing agency. Maybe they did like media. I don't know. I saw an ad and I was like, oh, why don't we like put some money behind? Like,
hey.
I think I forget that we're like a legitimate agency and can be doing these things.
It was funny. Like when I was doing an agency with a friend of mine, I essentially had the exact same thing where you get to a point you're like, oh, we do this for clients. We should probably do it for ourselves so that we can grow a little bit more aggressively. Exactly.
So we're playing around with it. And so we had an Instagram for Inevitable for, I think I just made it so that we could post like pictures from events and stuff. And then, but we were, essentially it was like all podcast stuff because we would just like post the same content or collaborate with it. And the podcast like is an Inevitable production, whatever. But now we're posting more stuff about the employees and the clients and like the work we do and memes and jokes and stuff.
I like the biopics that you guys are doing, although I have an issue with yours.
Okay.
One of the questions, it says, "What would your team say about you?" You copped out.
Can I admit something?
Do you want to admit something? Do you need to get this off your chest?
Probably like 20% of the things you see online are Jackie, not me.
That's so disappointing.
Is it actually?
No.
Oh.
No, I already knew that. I knew it was Jackie. That's why I wish Jackie was here. I was coming to see Jackie. It's not you that I have a good relationship with online. It's Jackie.
That's
Her
true.
and I are exchanging messages.
Yeah.
I barely know you. I really just know Jackie.
Who am I? No, Jackie. So the girls had all got all their bios and answered all the questions, and they were like waiting on me. And I messaged Jackie. I was like, Jackie, you know me well enough, like answer all the questions. And then when she did, there was like I made some tweaks, but that was one that I chose because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
So the question was, what would your coworkers say about you, or something, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, what would your team say about you or coworkers? Either one.
Yeah, and
Same.
the answer that Jackie chose for me was, "This feels like a trap." ... And I thought that was funny.
I did too. I understood what was going on behind the scenes, but I just wanted to call it out here.
Okay, well, I'll answer it. Feel free to change this on all the marketing materials and the website. Also, all of these, they're doing so good at like repurposing and being like working smarter than harder, because they took this, all of those bios, and it actually originally was for like meet the team on the site, and then they posted it on Instagram and LinkedIn, and I don't know actually. Well, yeah, they posted across the platforms. If I was to answer that seriously, though, I would say that they'd probably be like, I'm impossible to get a hold of.
That makes sense.
Yeah, especially, yeah, during different seasons. Sometimes I'm like super available, and then other times they're like, I'm not even sure if they know that I'm still alive.
Yeah, I have to confess that when we looked at your LinkedIn DMs for a hot second, I saw that you had hundreds of messages across all of your platforms unread, so I can imagine you're probably impossible to get in touch with.
I don't know if I should just like accept that I'll never get caught up, or if I like maybe can be caught up one day.
That's what a VA is for. Not Jackie. Jackie's too important for that.
Jackie also, Jackie and I are actually working on this professionally, because Jackie is, she's HR, she's accounting, she's legal, she's like all these things, but then also VA. So we're working on getting rid of the VA stuff, because she does so many things. Yeah. But also we're hiring an EA, an executive assistant, in person in Arizona for me. And she's actually going to report to Jackie, even though she'll be like with me, because Jackie knows she's been playing this role, and she knows like what Jackie can do, what Jackie can't do. She also edits the podcast. She's an editor. She does so fucking much. Oh my god, Jackie just like keeps my life going. So we're working on that for Jackie, to get rid of some of her responsibility, because she has a lot on her plate.
Yeah, I'm waiting. This is an area where I am excited for AI, in that just like taking in all this information in terms of like emails and messages sent to me, distilling it down in a way that like I can get a summary of like what's really important to try and answer to, or to try and read an answer today, or what can be pushed off a day or two. I think that's where AI will, in the very, very near term, will excel and be incredibly valuable, because it fits some of that VA role and could do it pretty well.
What's that? Have you tried that superhuman email thing?
No. I've actually been looking for one. Is that what this is?
I haven't tried it, but you and I should try it and come back and talk about it, because I think that's like what superhuman is supposed to do. Have you seen people email you back and it's like sent with superhuman, powered by superhuman?
I haven't seen that yet.
I see it all the time. So I want to try it. I have a meeting in 10 minutes, and it's a Saturday.
Uh-oh. I just get the terrible cold emails where they forget to update the little like the code in it so that I get someone else's name or it's the wrong company.
Wait, actually, this is a good topic. Anne from Olipop and Anne from Olipop and we.
Anne is great. I met Anne. She's wonderful.
We were talking.
And she did such a good job. Shout out to Anne.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Anne, you did so good.
Yeah, Anne talked at D2CX Talks San Diego, and I just think she's just very bright. You're very well spoken, like hilarious. I love you.
She is funny. She's got very good, like dry humor.
Yeah.
With a good like deadpan.
Yeah, we can make a whole episode about fangirling over Anne from Olipop. But we were talking about the not stupid, I shouldn't say stupid, but at Olipop and at Chomps, we would get this a lot too, where it's like people inviting you to their weddings.
Oh yeah, this is a thing right now.
Yeah. And so we at Chomps, while I was still there, Kate did such a good job at this. Kate from Chomps. She'd gather all of these requests for bachelorette parties, weddings, like anything where someone's telling you that they're a fan and they are telling you a little bit about their life. It's like a great opportunity to surprise and delight. So we even had these like bachelorette kits because we would get so many requests and we were like, meat sticks? You're like, for bachelorette? We're like, whatever, we'll make you something. And so we would send out these like bachelorette kits for Chomps, But recently, it's been going viral on TikTok. This girl was talking about like, oh, what to do with your extra
wedding invitations.
Yeah, wedding invitations. Just send them to a bunch of brands. And Olipop was like on like legit the name and the address was on this TikTok that got millions.
And it was the top envelope.
Literally the top. It was like Olipop, Chick-fil-A. We can insert this one too. So Anne said she's been getting like boxes of invites and now it's like you can't even keep up anymore and it's crazy because like it's crazy what a viral TikTok.
No one's inviting Miracle Grow. What's going on there? They don't want that dirt bag to show up at the
a bag of dirt.
Wedding.
I feel like Miracle Grow. We talked about this. It's like it's so interesting how everyone knows what Miracle Grow is, but nobody knows.
Yeah, it's a branding issue. It's a legacy brand. They've been around for a really long time, and like this is one of the things that I'm working on. And it's actually at a lot of the events that we're at. I have all these anecdotal experiences of talking to people who use the product and don't connect it to the brand.
Yeah.
And it's fascinating, and Miracle Grow does own a huge majority of the gardening category, and there's just no connection to the brand. The brand doesn't have personality. It doesn't have persona. And so, God, maybe you edit these things, Jackie. The brand is amazing. The brand is doing incredible things now. But these things do tend to happen with brands. Like where you've been around 30, 40, 50 years. It just becomes so second nature for people to use it and generationally for people to use it that there's people stop connecting with what the brand is, and it's something that you have to tackle in this long-term evolution.
Yeah.
And the brands who can do that and make that jump, they keep going for another 40 or 50 years, and we're going through that now, and honestly we're doing an incredible job. This where I'd give a shout out to the agency that we're working with, the Martin Agency. They are so good. They are the best agency I've ever worked with. I could not say enough good things about them.
Hyrum has told me about Martin, and you guys just did like a little
brand tone workshop.
Yeah, so they went out actually to talk about that. Are you allowed to?
Yeah. So internally, the Miracle Grow brand team and then some of my team, social, went out to Martin's headquarters in Richmond, Virginia, to do a social channel brand tone workshop. Excuse me, and that honestly one of the best workshops I've done with an agency. They were really thoughtful. in how they opened up this working session, asking. Now this is where I'm not going to reveal some of their secret sauce out of respect, but asking some really unique opening questions that like at first blush don't necessarily relate, but as we started going, like they kept touching back on those initial questions, and it made it so that they put us in a position to frame our mindset in the right way, to think about tone, to think about different like the different words that would bring out what we wanted in that session. And it's like they understood the groundwork that they needed to do to set this up, to set it up in the right way to succeed, and that's powerful.
Yeah. I was so inspired after Hyrum was telling me about the workshop because uh, Inevitable has been doing such a good job. I mean, we're a year and a half old and we're just like figuring out as we go. But like things like that are just like such goals, of like bringing your brands out and like doing these workshops with them. And like, I just like, it was super inspiring for me because I'm thinking about like all the different things where you can like put yourself like grab all these examples from customer experience that went right, what went wrong, like in putting yourself like it would be so fun to one day like be able to like provide that on like in our end. And I just love how they work with you guys,
Yeah.
and it's just inspiring. I'm inspired by them for sure.
Yeah,
for
me
sure.
too. Me too. They do, again, they do such a good job. I could not say enough great things. If you have an opportunity to work with them, I highly, highly recommend it.
We'll put this is not sponsored, by the way.
Yeah,
Just this
not
is like
sponsored at
just
all.
good work gets praise where it's deserved.
And it should. That's
Yeah.
I feel strongly about that. I know you're that same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll put they probably got a website, yeah.
Yeah, they're a big agency. I was telling you earlier because we walked by this display for Oreo, and I'm pretty sure Oreo is one of their accounts. Yeah. Papa John's is another one. So they're a big agency.
Yeah, so we'll put a cute little link for them as if they need it. Yeah, hopefully we get you some clients, Martin. But super cool. Do you remember what housekeeping means?
Favorite brand of the week? No,
no, but yeah, we should do that. We should do that.
Don't like us. Don't. Oh, sorry, I said us. Don't like Zoe. Don't follow Zoe. Don't slide into her DMs.
Do not hit on Zoe. Do not talk about Zoe's butt.
Yeah, that I feel like you're like.
Talk about my butt.
Don't. Oh, Jesus. Is this where I'm supposed to step in and advocate? Be like, that's not appropriate and that's wrong.
This is where Jackie's like, you're being such a pick-me girl. And I'm like, it's a fucking joke, Jackie.
Ooh. Do you have more you want to say about that? Housekeeping. Is there more to say about that?
No. I need to go to therapy.
We held therapy at D2CX.
We did.
I guess maybe it was therapy and what is it called when you... Is it communion where you absolve?
Confession.
Confession, not communion. Yeah, confession. We had a confessional, and we absolved people of their communication sins.
We should.
It felt good. I absolved myself of a lot.
Yeah, we had a volunteer from the audience, and I was like, "Did that feel good to get off your chest?"
His story was awesome. His story was really, really
so good.
Yeah, was that the right housekeeping?
No. But this was good. I love getting housekeeping from others. If you liked this and
Are we gonna talk about our favorite brand for the week?
Oh yeah, sure.
I've stolen this, rebranded it, made it my own, and I do it with my team on my bi-weekly team calls. We do our favorite brand or favorite product of the week.
Did you give us any credit for it?
Oh no. This is my idea. Give you credit? That's crazy.
All right. Well, what's your brand of the week?
Mine is Freem. I love Freem. Freem is a brewery, but they're just an awesome company. They have, I think they're headquartered in Oregon generally, but they have a pub, or they have like a restaurant in Hood River, Oregon, and it is so good. It is just so good. They use like all local produce and ingredients, and They kill it. Their food is amazing. The atmosphere is amazing. They're right there on the river. Their beer is obviously incredible. They're just a cool small company, and anytime I like outside of Oregon when I see them, I mean you can find them in grocery stores.
Oh, really?
They're big enough now, but it feels like a local business. They have a really good vibe. I just love what they're doing. Also, like their designs are really cool and fun, and it's the kind of business where the more you like engage with it, the more you kind of get fired up and like, oh, I would love to do that.
That is cool. Yeah, I actually wanted to, you stealing the idea and sharing it with the team and then not giving us any credit has inspired me to change this up a little bit. No, but I actually was like, well, we do brand of the week, but like, what about like partner of the week, or, you know, like how we were shouting out like Martin,
Yeah.
like, or like tech company of the week or whatever.
They're calling out good work, good partners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. That's really cool.
Yeah. But mine actually,
None of those things.
but it kind of is the same thing. It's just like, what the fuck are you really enjoying this week? That should be, what the fuck are you enjoying this week?
That's a good one.
What are you enjoying this week? But my stress levels have been like going down and down with just like convenience things.
You're welcome. That's me? I'm bringing.
What have you done to help
down?
my stress levels?
Uh,
You recorded a podcast with me and didn't have your. Go ahead. Actually, I'll wait.
I was on time to the event.
That was good. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And all those work sessions before.
Yep. The working sessions, by the way, we didn't have a successful like run through the thing at all because neither one of us could like get through a sentence without making some like ridiculous joke.
Yeah.
So it's like
turned out though.
It turned out really good.
Honestly, we told a lot of good jokes in the.
We think.
Event. Yeah, people were chuckling.
Yeah, I love speaking. Well, while you're still thinking about how.
Sorry, your stress levels. Sorry.
My stress levels.
I cut you off. I apologize.
I have embraced asking for help and realizing that I like can't do everything alone, and even though I think I can, you know, I just need help. And I used TaskRabbit, and it really opened my brain up to like, holy crap, like if I had done this stuff myself, because I hired a TaskRabbit, and he came over and did like all of the building of, you know, I just moved into the new house and there's like all these little things. And he was working for the entire workday. And I was like, holy shit, if I had done, I wouldn't be able to sit there down and do it like back to back to back. But like that just saved me a whole workday.
Yeah. And also, I'm sure, made you appreciate, one, how much work you had on your plate that you were carrying a mental load for.
Housekeeping's here. Can you go get it?
Yeah.
They're kicking us out. We're Gucci. Oh, she's speaking in another language now. It's so funny because Zoe 5 years ago would be like freaking out right now. Like I hated being like late or, you know, breaking rules, but then you realize like nobody's like, yeah, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, she was cool. She did her job where she needed to knock and check in, and she was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
What were we talking about?
How the TaskRabbit worked for 8 hours and got and actually he didn't even finish everything.
Wow.
So that's why I'm like,
oh, that's right, because you had him go up into the attic and he was never seen again after that scary noise.
So the other day at home I heard this noise and I thought it was like the neighbor like hanging something up, like it was like it sounded like hammering, and Zali was like, what's that sound? And I walk around the house and it's literally in my attic or in my closet just right above like in my attic, there was like this knocking sound, and I've yet to know what it is because I'm too scared and I don't have a ladder tall enough to go up there. And I'm getting a closet installed, and so when the TaskRabbit was over, I need I need outlets also installed to do the lighting, and so I was like, oh yeah. This is where it'll be, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, good thing you have attic access here because it'll be easy. And I was like, oh, yeah.
About that.
I think I have something I need to tell you. This is like 5 minutes after the TaskRabbit. He's like, sure, what do you need to tell me? And so I showed him the video, and I'm like, so I'm not sure, like, when you go up there, just, let me know if you need help. Or, like, let me know what's up there. But that's actually the one thing he hasn't done yet. So I wonder if I scared him a little. He's not coming back.
That's the one thing I'm going to pass on.
But also, like, I could tell he wasn't, like, taking his time. Like, he was working pretty efficiently.
Oh, yeah.
He did a lot of things. But at the same time, I was like, wow. I kept putting these things off because I'm like, I can do it myself. And then it's, like, it's probably 2 full work days of, like, things without taking a break.
3.
Yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I put things together upside down and backwards. And, yeah, exactly. So that's my what I enjoy this week is TaskRabbit and like asking for help and taking help.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And paying for it when you need it. There's not anything wrong with that. Mm-hmm. There's a huge mental load that puts on you carrying those things in the back of your head. You don't necessarily think about them. Mm-hmm. But it's there and that drags you down. It's valuable in removing that from your mental load. Yeah.
And there's so many things that I put off to, like, I just feel like this isn't to be dramatic because it's not dramatic, but I'll put things like that before going to, like, doctor's appointments or, like, going to the DMV, and then I'm like, all of a sudden I have, like, a ticket because I'm, like, prioritizing putting together a freaking, like, bar stool chair instead of, like, taking care of myself. So I'm, like, really trying to get my priorities straight of, like, take care of myself before, like, my house.
Put the oxygen mask on yourself before the person next to you. All right, that's it.
Like, comment, subscribe, share this with your grandmas and your grandpas and their brothers and sisters.
If they can't hear, send them to Audion.
AudionHearing.com.
And if they're growing, send them to Miracle Grow.
Growing anything. And we will catch you in the next one next Tuesday. And hopefully Jackie will be here because we miss her.
Yeah, this is Jackie's mic. I can see it right there.
It says Jackie's mic. Peace. Ooh, wait, do this. No, you know what I'm talking about. No.
It's not going to do that.
Why? Put it closer to you. Wait, closer to me.
No.
Are you kidding me?
I'm done with this.
Why? No.